was temporary.
We've offered resolution to take applications, and then when you hire, you have to do another resolution saying that's how many you hire.
Okay, I need a resolution.
Should be in there.
Commissioner Bailey offers resolution to hire Elton Sullivan full-time. Commissioner Weaver makes the motion, Commissioner Bean second. Is there any further discussion? If not, those in favor, let it be known, saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carried. Old business. Don't have anything, new business, Beaver.
Judge on that, Leroy, but we talked about it to Rios and everything, and he's still, I think he's down in your area.
Last time I talked to him, he was in the
And is he, I don't know where he's at now.
I know he got a little more to do than my area.
Yeah.
We can get everything. That's the first pond he's touched in my area. I got plenty more places than that.
But,
He ain't in the middle of this,
he's cleaned them all up except one area of mine, and, he set traps there, and then there was training coon dogs, and the guy wanted to move them, so he didn't want to catch the dogs. So,
Well, I suggest that we bring it to a halt till we have a budget review, see where we're at. I know it's doing good, I understand that, but we need to have a budget review before we continue on, but that's, 6 weeks was about $3,000, and he's gone further than 6 weeks right now. So yeah, and, $500 a week plus fuel. We need to have a budget review for us.
it don't cost me no 2 or 3 days working a week, cleaning out Beaver Dam since he's.
I understand. I ain't saying it ain't a good thing. I'm just saying we need a budget. We need to go forward.
He just went back, I think last week it was, and bought another bunch of traps.
What do you think about this?
I think it's a good thing. One question I had is, Mr. Hilton, when y'all was discussing stipulations, was it discussed for him to stay on the right way of the road, or?
No, if the landowner agrees to, he can get off the edge of the road.
Right. Well, you know, I had a call last week. He needs to make sure that he does get permission from anybody to get on the right way of the road. I had a call last week, said that they had found him on private property and that he had got permission to get on that property. He just had to make sure that he does that, he needs to get permission.
What area is that in, Dave?
If I remember right, it was just south of here, and down there, I think it's down there behind the church. So I understand you have to get off the right of way sometimes.
But really, some of you catch them at the culverts, but then there again, if you put your trap right there where people drive by, people throwing trash in there and everything else, and they're gonna see the trap, and they're gonna steal your trap. And you need to get away from to catch them with it. But then he is supposed to contact the landowner and everything, or somebody, is we or P1, to make sure it is okay with the landowner. In a way, myself, I hate to, cause he saved, right now, he eliminated 4 different spots for me, having to go clean them out, and it's, but if we wanna review what we got, I hate to see him stop. Can we review it? Let him go another week while we review it. Cause you got the traps out, it takes a while for it to put out 100-something traps. He gotta go through them and all, and then take them up, and then go back the next week and put them back out, and that's gonna be you try to set a conveyor trap, and it's not easy to set one of them things.
Well, I think the 6 weeks was up 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
vote in, right?
Well, two or three of us talked about it.
So, but to go beyond the 6 weeks, we gotta pass a resolution to do that. And we can do it after the fact, I understand, but going forward, we gotta have a budget review where we can continue on spending money. That's my opinion.
I suggest, let him keep going, we can figure out what we're gonna pay him. I wasn't thinking that you mentioned if he's gotta pull up everything and go back and put everything back in. We do a budget review and we'll know what we're paying.
We know what we're paying.
Yeah, we know what we're
We're
paying.
paying $100 a day plus fuel,
Yeah.
which is pretty expensive.
I just hate to see
We
it go
let him
through.
keep going, we gotta pass a resolution, let him keep going.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And you gotta pass a resolution, you're gonna pay it for past the 6 weeks, up to now.
I just hate to see him have to go and take him 2 days anyway to pull all through them and pull all of them up.
You gonna do a resolution 6 more weeks?
I don't
Let's
know
do it
about
to the
6
end of
weeks.
this week. The end of this day, to the end of this week, and
And we gotta have a budget review sometime
When
this
are we
week.
gonna have the work session?
we need to do it this week.
Or,
Yeah. See, we scheduled a meeting already when
We maybe
put a date on.
final day.
y'all had to go all somewhere last week, around somewhere.
Spend good money.
I know.
I'll take on you for last week.
All right, a resolution for 3 weeks extension. That's
Oh.
2 weeks that he'd already worked in this week. Is that what we're talking about?
The past weeks, it needs to count that, Judge, because first resolution we made was to, for a month, wasn't it?
6 weeks.
6 weeks, okay. And that 6 weeks is up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that's been up about 2 weeks. So, what we're going, I need a resolution to extend it for 3 weeks, the 2 weeks he'd already worked, and this week.
This week, yeah. At the end of this week,
We need to have a work session.
We can do it tomorrow, whenever y'all want to determine if we can afford it, or where we can get some monies to keep it going. Alright, Commissioner Weaver, you offer that resolution, extension of 3 weeks,
I'll make.
motion from Commissioner Robbins, second from Beasley. Is there any further discussion? If not, those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it.
Work session.
Work session is down here on the, comments. Katrina pay estimates, you have, in your packet, the, 3 items related to the Katrina estimate.
Most all of this, or all of it is for, housing, right?
Yeah.
All of it
I got a question, sir. Is that one person ends up getting sprayed, we're gonna need one trailer, or we gonna have to? You know,
We're gonna talk about that in a minute, but what we agreed to do here, you stepped out, was to order those bags out of the, office budget and commission budget, to find out what they are. Once we have the budget review, we have to do something, but rather than amend the budget, just about that, too.
Okay, yes.
Okay, had a resolution offered by Commissioner Williams to pay this, pay request on